Most people believe their height gets sealed shut the moment they blow out 18 candles on a birthday cake. And honestly, that belief is exactly why they never grow another inch. Your genes never hand you a fixed number. They hand you a range, and where you land inside that range depends entirely on what you do with your body afterward. I know this because I lived it. Between 16 and 17, I stood in front of a mirror every single morning and watched nothing happen. Then, almost out of nowhere, between 17 and 19, I picked up 3 full inches. Something shifted, and it wasn't luck. It wasn't some ancient stretching trick or a myth about hanging from door frames either. The real answer showed up when I started studying a group almost nobody in the fitness world talks about, the Dinka people of South Sudan, whose men average an almost unbelievable 6'7". My first instinct was to write it off as pure genetics and move on. But the deeper I dug, the more I noticed their daily rhythm, their food, their movement, their sleep, all quietly working together like gears in a machine. Height was never one lever. It was 5 levers pulling at the same time, and pulling just one of them halfway does almost nothing. Here's the part your biology teacher never explained properly. Growth isn't just a countdown clock tied to your birthday. It's a conversation between 2 hormones, growth hormone and IGF-1, and that conversation has a strict order. Growth hormone fires first, acting like a messenger knocking on the door. IGF-1 answers second, acting like the construction crew that actually shows up to build. Skip the messenger, and the crew never gets the call. Get the order right, though, and your body starts listening again, even years after you thought the window had closed. So how do you send that first signal loudly enough for your body to notice? Sprinting, and specifically the kind that leaves you gasping, not jogging that barely raises your pulse. Growth hormone doesn't care how long you move, it cares how close to your limit you push. Studies have shown short bursts of maximum effort can spike growth hormone by roughly 700%, an effect casual cardio simply cannot touch. The formula is almost embarrassingly simple: 20 seconds of an all-out sprint followed by a minute of rest, repeated 6 times. Barely 2 minutes of actual sprinting, yet it's enough to rattle your endocrine system awake. But a signal without materials is just noise. Once growth hormone is circulating, your body needs a second trigger to convert that signal into IGF-1, and that trigger is insulin. This is why the window right after sprinting matters so much. Your body is primed and waiting. Pair a fast-digesting natural sugar, think ripe bananas, dates, or watermelon with honey, alongside a clean protein like eggs, yogurt, or milk. The sugar spikes insulin. Insulin pushes IGF-1 upward, and IGF-1 goes straight to work repairing tissue and lengthening bone. Spike it, then feed it. That's the entire principle. None of this matters if you're not asleep long enough for your body to actually use it. Growth hormone release peaks during deep sleep, not while you're training, and definitely not while you're scrolling past midnight. Clocking 8 hours starting at 3 in the morning isn't the same as 8 hours starting at 10. Fragmented, late, or shallow sleep keeps you locked out of the deep recovery stages where the real building happens. Early, deep, and consistent sleep is what turns every earlier effort into measurable results. There's also a quieter enemy working against you in the background: your everyday environment. Processed food, synthetic fragrances, and hidden chemicals can elevate estrogen, and elevated estrogen sends a direct signal to your growth plates to close early. You could sprint, eat, and sleep perfectly and still lose ground to this hidden pressure. Cleaning up what you eat and what you're exposed to removes that resistance. And don't ignore posture either, since slouched shoulders and a forward head can visually erase an inch or more instantly, no biology required. Even with every piece in place, one final ingredient decides whether any of it sticks, and that's obsession, not a burst of motivation that fades by Friday. The people who actually see change aren't the ones who try for 3 days and quit, they're the ones who show up without needing convincing. This is the difference between hoping something works and actually forcing your body to adapt over months of relentless repetition. Give this system 2 real months before you judge it. Most people never even start, and blaming genetics is just easier than trying.